Yo, what's going on? Mikey-Ice want to go live with Mr.Re from the Almighty Air Force Crew, Los Angeles. That should be pretty dope if I can actually get him on, you know what I mean? So, waiting for Mr.Re. DJ Elohim, what's going on, brother? Thank you for watching. I'm waiting for Mr.Re from the Air Force Crew. I got an interview with Mr.Re. Thanks though, bro. I'm actually going to the B-Boy Summit. That's gonna be fresh though, bro. The B-Boy Summit. I'm looking forward to that. Thanks. Peace, DJ Elohim. What's going on, bro? Yeah, the B-Boy Summit. The first time I went to the summit was in '96. So I feel pretty happy though to be able to go back to the summit in 2023. What's that, like 30 years later, something like that? Crazy though, right? Cloud9, what's going on, monkey? I got Mr.Re from Universal B-Boys. Trying to see if I can get him on here live. He said he wanted to do the live with me. Yo, Sean, the B-Boy Summit is going down this weekend, bro. Starting tomorrow in LA. What? That's gonna be fire. Shit. It's always so noisy. Let me find out what's going on with Mr.Re though, bro. We're going on like 10 minutes of just waiting for this dude. It ain't that hard. Yeah, I'm gonna be filming it though, Sean. You know I'm gonna have the exclusive Mikey-Ice. I'm gonna have the raw interviews, the raw battles, everything, you know, so it's gonna be history. It's gonna be fresh. Yo, what's up, bro? United B-Boys, how you doing? Appreciate that though, bro. I got respect for United. Yeah, I was trying to reach out to Nightcrawler though, bro, and I can't get him to go live with me though. I want to go live with them, you know. So we're gonna see what happens. So there it is, Mr.Re. What's going on, brother? Let's go live. Hit the request to join live video. And we're going to talk. Yo, this is like the perfect location. DJ K Break, what's going on, bro? I want to go live with you too. I want to talk some DJ history with DJ K Break. That'll be fresh. Yeah. I just want to hear those stories though, bro. I love those Texas stories. You know, the history with Texas. So we're going to see what's going on right now.
All right.
Finally got it to happen.
All right.
All right, Mr.Re, can you introduce yourself, though, brother? Let everybody know who you are.
My name is Mr.Re. I'm from original Air Force crew to Universal B-Boys. Mr.Re, Ivan, Chuco, Animation, Rest in Peace, and DJ Hocus, who's also our graffiti artist.
Oh, Hocus is down too?
Yeah.
Yo, I never knew that.
Yeah, Hocus is part of the crew.
Hocus started it?
No, Hocus is a part of it. Me and Ivan
Oh,
started it.
okay. Okay. That's interesting though, bro, because when I met Ivan, I seen him with the T-shirt. I think it was like in '95. What year did you
Yeah,
guys start the
I
crew?
made those T-shirts for him,
Yeah.
and Hocus drew that.
Oh.
Hocus, you talking about the one with the where it says Universal B-Boys in a circle, and it has
Yeah.
a lady's eyes and it has the 6 elements going across back and forth.
Right.
There's a meaning to that. It basically says, through my universe soul, I will see and hear all aspects. I will see, and that's why you see the girl's eyes and a girl's mouth, right? I will see and hear in her ears. I will see, hear, and speak all aspects of hip hop, pop and lock and breaking, DJ, graffiti, and rap.
Oh, dang! I never knew that. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a major meaning behind it.
That's what's up. What made you guys come up with that concept, though? Like,
Universal.
yeah.
Me and Ivan, basically, I hooked up Ivan with the Air Force crew, and we all went to Europe, and him and Caesar didn't get along. And that made me and Ivan, because I don't want to go there, but it separated us because over some bullshit. And so me and Ivan went and created Universal B-Boys, and we were just a 2-man crew. We kept telling kids we're not a crew, we're a movement. You feel
Oh,
me? Like
yeah.
because me and Ivan went around the world with Tribal battling whole crews by ourselves.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, just me and him by ourselves. We'd go against 10, 15 dudes. Like just I beat all of. I would pretend I could break, and then all of a sudden he'd come all the breakers, and then Ivan he'd flip right over and be like and start killing it.
Oh,
And he would do.
how long,
And he would
how
do
long
the
did you,
same thing for me. He would set up all the, he knew just enough popping to make the poppers come to the circle, and then I'd come out of nowhere and do some kind of moves and slide in the middle and start giving it to him.
Oh, man, that's amazing. Though. I like that. So when did you first meet Ivan?
I met Ivan and like around 95. No, I knew Ivan like
95.
around 92. Not 92
Oh, okay.
because uh, I remember the day when we went to the radiotron where I won again. Where I won the MC battle in the popping battle, and I remember having lunch with Ivan and him telling me that we just came up with this name called Style Elements. And I was supposed to battle me and Ariston, and I was supposed to battle. I was gonna battle. What the fuck were their names? In the Radiotron, like the first Radiotron 2, they battled. It was that was like an epic battle between freestyle and Style Elements.
Right.
You feel me? And but there was no crew that day. It was Ivan said he was going to battle them all by himself. You feel me? So
Yeah.
so him and Ariston and them they became one crew that day.
Yeah.
And then that turned into history. But
That's,
then
yeah, that's,
after me and Ivan left and started traveling the world, then after about 5 years of us doing it by ourselves, then Animation and Chuco said, fuck Air Force crew. We want to be part of Universal B-Boy.
oh,
You feel me? So then that turned into, because Hocus, it was me, Ivan, and Hocus. And then that turned into all of us traveling together.
oh, I remember seeing that footage. So I think you had went to Germany though,
Yeah,
right?
we went to Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that footage. You guys were in Germany. Then I seen one where I think you were doing like the low rider, like you was doing like the switches, and I think Ivan did a flip over you.
Yeah,
It's on the
yeah.
tribal video. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Dang.
me and Ivan did a lot of shows together. Thousands.
Really?
All the way up to doing shows with Linkin Park. You name it, from the B-boy circuit to the superstar circuit.
Yeah. How was the money back then for you though? Like, was it pretty good?
We were getting 2,500. I was getting 2,500 for 60 seconds of popping, and Ivan was getting 10,000 for 10 minutes.
Oh no.
We were the highest paid b-boys in the world at that time.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So after we came home from doing it with Lincoln Park and shit, then after that I charged 2,500 for everything. That was my hustle. I was like, what? Lincoln Park gave me 2,500 for 60 seconds. You don't want to give me that for the whole day?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I try to set a standard after that. So I've been living off of that for a while now.
Okay. So where did you come up with the name Clear Black?
Clear Black was my concept.
Okay.
It was my concept. It was you got to be in the clear to understand the black. How the positive will let you live, and how the positive will let you live, and the negative will hold you back. And even then, you'll find some good in that. It met balance, like yin and yang.
Mm.
You feel me?
Right.
So
Okay. Yeah. Because when I seen you MC and you was calling yourself Clear Black, and I remember maybe about like during the '90s, I think they were saying that you was gonna come out with an album.
yeah, I did. It was a b-boy album.
Yeah, B-boy album.
Yeah, me and Ivan were doing that because
Okay.
me and Ivan were being raised by the dude who created NWA, who's responsible for all of West Coast hip hop. Also, Dr. Dre's mentor, Donovan Smith, who was the engineer and engineered everything you hear on the West Coast. He touched it. So we were his artists. We were his artists.
Oh, okay.
So, and we lived right down the street, like across the street from the studio, and it's where the original NWA studio was, in Torrance, California, on Cabrillo and Torrance.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So me and Ivan we would go around the world traveling, doing the b-boy thing, and then come back home and start making b-boy records.
Oh, that's
Even though
nice.
even though there wasn't a market for it, you know what I mean? What that guy showed us how to do was make records. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there is a market or not. If you know how to make a hit record that has all the elements in, I mean, one of them songs you're like, I heard them on the radio. It just has that essence of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it has all the elements in it, and it didn't matter. It would create a market. And then Ivan disappeared on me and went through some kind of emotional bullshit. So I had to go look. We had all these shows, and I got to go look for somebody to fill the space. And who you gonna find? That little kid's explosive. You know what I mean?
Right.
You weren't gonna find nobody else. So who I got was Iron Monkey. He was a kid. So and he was the closest thing ability wise. You know what I mean? Like strength wise to put, but he didn't have Ivan's. You know what I mean? He was missing that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Ivan has that in your face. He's got that attitude that, you know what I mean? That b-boy shit. Everything about him is b-boy. This b-boy. He just reeks it. You know what I mean? So and Iron Monkey was still learning how to be one. But and the only reason I knew that was because I was like the b-boy I was like the dude that you would go to go, like all the stars that I knew that were in the hip hop game, like, you know what I mean, Curtis Blow, all the people that I had respect, you know what I mean, that we were mutual respect and shit like that, they would call me, hey, I need some b-boys. Then I had a Rolodex for the b-boys, and I called them, you know what I'm saying, because Ivan would bring all them, because me and Ivan lived together for the longest, like 10 years, so he would bring them all.
Really?
Every day my fucking living room floor was fucking the Jabberwockies, all these motherfuckers before there were anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying, everybody that grew up on my living room floor. There would be times where I'd come home, and I think we got rid of everybody already. I'd come home, and there'd be one person with a blanket over his head, and I'd be like, I wake up, Ivan. Now I'm selling drugs, weed. I got two hustles. I'm doing shows on the side just to feed Ivan's punk ass. You feel me? Because Ivan eats a lot. You feel me? He'd be like, we go to the spot and be like this. I'd be like, hey, I'd be like this. I'd be like, what you gonna get? And he'd be like this. Give me a large pepperoni pizza. Are you sure that's all you want? You're right. Give me two. Let me too, like, hey, can we go buy Taco Bell, get like 6 bean burritos, and then go to the liquor store and get a big thing of tamarindo? And you, what are you gonna get, Ree? What? And he'd sit. He'd sit it on one big plate, and he would eat it all.
Right. I remember the first time I experienced that. I took Ivan to Burger King, and Ivan was like, "Yo, let me get three Whoppers," and he got 3 Whoppers. And he got the ketchup, and he put the ketchup in his mouth first, and then he ate the Whoppers.
That sounds like Ivan. He's a one of a kind. You know what I'm saying? He's one of a kind. Ivan was definitely one of a kind. I missed the crap out of him though. I haven't
Yeah,
seen him in a while.
you know, right. So I mean, as far as with Air Force, like, maybe you said there was a battle between you and animation. Could you talk about that
Well,
battle?
I wasn't Air Force then. I
Oh,
battled
okay.
I battled animation in '95 at the radiotron.
Oh,
And,
that was the battle?
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I thought that was a showcase.
Nah, that was we went at it. He came up to me. I didn't even know him yet. Somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, that dude right there is hard." Came up to him and told him that dude right there was hard. But I didn't pop because everybody else popped. You feel me? Like I started popping when I was like 5 years old because all my uncles were dope. So I say sit in the garage and watch them practice, right? So I was popping for different reasons. So if you're popping because he pops and popping is what's in right now, then they quit, then you're gonna quit too. You know what I'm saying? So my reasons were different. So I was popping privately the whole time, and then somebody that knew me, that knew animation, said you should battle Re. That dude right there is ridiculous with it. That was the first time anybody had ever seen me.
Oh.
And
Because I remember,
he gave up. He was like this. You know what I'm saying? He got past his 10 big moves that he usually beats everybody by the time he gets to the fourth one when he slides across the floor. You know what I'm saying? You're done. If you ain't got no confidence in yourself, you're gonna be like, oh, what am I gonna do against that? You know what I'm saying? Because he was out on the beach every day and he specialized in one-liners, making the people scream.
right.
So
Because I remember there was like, you guys did a routine together. You know,
no,
you
that
guys
was we didn't have no routine. That was me keeping up, doing catch up, playing catch up with him.
Oh.
He came up to me in the beginning of the battle. He came up and whispered in my ear,
Yeah,
halfway
I
through the
seen that.
battle, he goes, halfway through the battle, let's play catch up, do a catch up. So
Oh.
we make everybody think we're boys and shit, like we're doing routines. I wasn't doing a routine with him. The routines didn't kick in.
Oh.
Like the first two routine that we did was on the movie Rhyme and Reason. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Okay, you know that routine me and animation did? That was the first time we were ever seen together doing a routine.
Mm-hmm.
That was a real routine. You know what I mean? That was some shit that we practiced.
Okay.
Other than that,
Dang, I thought that
the
was a
rest was
routine the whole
nah,
time.
that was just catch up. That was just me paying attention and doing his last move. You know what I'm saying? And trying to anticipate.
So, like, I noticed, I think you might have said it in your interview or somebody said it, but that popping style that you would do, did you get the touch from the Bugs Bunny cartoon when Bugs Bunny was making his ears?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun, 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 dun.
that's where I got the moves. That's where I was the first guy to go from here to here to here. Then
Oh, okay.
to do that, then come here, and then that created a whole world of people doing these touch with their fingers. But it was just me doing Feel me? Like when you saw the last one, you know what I'm saying? And boom, and people were doing boxes like this. I'm doing them like this. And so people were doing boxes like this. I'm doing them like this.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? I was the maker of micro touch. You know what I'm saying? So everything I would do like this, I would come and turn it into. You know what I'm saying? So if I was doing it like this, I'd be, and then go back into the regular ones.
Right. You know what I wanted to say though? The first time that I remember I seeing you though, I was watching the B-Boy Summit 2, and it was an after party, and I remember Charlie Rock, he had called you out. Remember you and Charlie Rock was going at it at an after party?
Yeah.
And I think you was popping and like he slid through your leg.
Yeah, he slid through my leg.
Remember that when he went? Yeah.
That ain't a move.
Yeah. That was the first time I seen you.
Okay. Yeah, I was battling Charlie Rock. Yeah,
Right.
me and Charlie Rock used to go at it. That's my dog though.
Right.
He used to think he could pop. I'm just kidding. I'm like, stick to DJing, homie. That's trying to spend this much mayonnaise on 15 hamburger buns. That's only enough for one. You know what I'm saying? No, that's
that was
boy.
the first time I ever seen you though. Yeah, was that after
Charlie
party?
Rock,
I thought it was.
So Charlie Rock was Rocksteady, and Air Force and Rocksteady was back then. It was like only two crews. You know, it was Rocksteady and Air Force. But Rocksteady had Rocksteady Japan, Rocksteady Europe. You know what I'm saying? And we were just 5 people. But back then it was me. Ronnie, Little Caesar, Willpower. That was it. Willpower, and that was it. We was like 4 people, but our name was as
Did you say
big as Air
Robbie?
Force. Robbie, yeah, it was a guy who left the crew like a little bit. Oh, and Chuco, right? And Chuco thought he was going to intimidate me by walking into the practice like, ain't no poppers in Air Force but me.
Oh, okay.
That's my boy though. Those are all my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but he didn't know me. He never knew me. So all he knows is there's this new Air Force. This dude that's popping in the Air Force that fucking popped against animation. The animation went to jail, and then
Oh,
that's
okay.
when we got DJ Hayes to start coming with us around the world.
Oh,
And then Hayes
damn,
became
you
Air
filling in
Force.
all the.
Yeah,
Yeah. What
yeah,
year
and
was
then
that?
Hayes became, and then we did that was like '98. Then we did Hanover,
98.
Germany.
Yeah.
We did Hanover, Germany. Yeah, and then that's when Hayes remained Air Force. He's still Air Force to this day. And we went and then we created Universal B-Boys, and me and Ivan were getting so many jobs that we didn't stay home for shit. We were gone constantly. So our name had rose above Air Force and Rocksteady's. Just 2 people going around because we were battling everybody by ourselves. We were like the fucking dynamic duo, like Batman and Robin. You know what I'm saying? It was just 2 of us. You know what I mean? Going at it with
Yeah.
everybody, shutting it down like powerhouse and fools, battling anybody who wanted it. And trust me, they were lining up the battle. So, you know, we never lost. We still, you know what I'm saying? You could always run that shit. Look at it. I'm one person, and I'm keeping up with 10 of you motherfuckers. That means that one of you by yourself can't. It's not even nowhere near my galaxy, let alone my universe. And I'm making my shit up right now. So, you know what I'm saying?
So what year did you actually start getting into popping, Mr.Re?
I was probably I used to watch my uncles do it, right? But then I never did it myself, but turns out I had it in me. And then I seen somebody in class in junior high school, I think it was, like maybe 7th grade.
7th grade.
And yeah, like around, because I was born into popping. So in other words, you know how if you go to high school and whatever's on the theaters is what's popular right then and there. The movie Breaking was in the theaters when I was in fucking school. You know, it was so popular that I took the captain of the football team's girlfriend because I was the best popper in the school. You get what I'm saying? So you get what I'm saying? That like that was like the era when it was born, and that's when I was like in class in first grade with it. So you know, like probably like around about 7th grade. I couldn't even tell you what year that was, but I was probably like 13 years old, 12, 13 years old.
Do you remember
But
what crews were around? If there was any crews
out here, and check this out. So there was a dude named Flash and Crew, right? And he was making a big name for himself, right? But it was DJ Hayes, Hamburger Helper, from KDAY, right? So the first day I met Hayes, so the only crew I was in before Air Force was United Breakers, and that's where I live out here in the valley. I go to the same schools that Frantic. I went to the same schools that Frantic went. That's why the popping is it looks alike. You know what I'm saying? Because he came after me, so that's just the style out here. You feel me? That's the 818, the Great 18 type. You could tell when I seen Frantic for the first time. I was like, oh, he looks like he comes from my area. Like the real animated, hard hitting. You know what I mean? Like fucking nice, smooth, like beautiful waves, and you know what I mean? Like all that shit's from here. Just like Strutting is from Frisco or Fillmore. You know what I mean? Or you know what I'm saying? You can tell the style. You know what I mean? Because it comes from that area. But yeah. So I went to the same school as Frantic, junior high, all that shit.
I remember when Hayes, I think it was in '92. He was a part of a group called The Movement, and they had a song called Jump.
Yeah, that's when he started doing his rap thing. But before that, popping was his first love. And DJing. I think DJing and popping were like they grew together because he was popping against everybody, but he was also on KDAY. The original
I never
KDAY.
knew that.
Oh yeah, he was Mixmaster Mac Attack. They used to have a Mixmaster Mac. He was one of the Mixmasters called Hamburger Helper.
I remember named Hamburger Help.
Yeah, he was
So that's
Hamburger
where you got
Helper.
it from?
Yeah,
Okay, that's where you got it from.
yeah, he was Hamburger Helper. He was famous when he was young. You know what I mean? So like and that's what got him into the opportunity of doing jump everybody jump everybody jump. You know what I'm
Jump,
saying?
jump, jump,
Yeah,
jump, jump, jump.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was a hit, though,
yeah.
bro.
Well,
That was a hit.
he lived off of that for a long time.
Yeah,
You know
because
what
he
I
was
mean?
at all the raves.
Yeah,
He was at all the raves, even up
definitely,
north.
definitely. The only time I ever went to a rave is when me and Ivan we'd make VHSs. You know the VHS back in the day. We put a tribal sticker on it. We take all my mom's VHSs that she bought at the store for $9.99. You feel me? And we take the kit and we put 10 minutes of popping and 10 minutes of breaking on there and put a tribal sticker on it. And we sold them for $50, and they'd be gone when we
Yo,
would get it,
this,
and they would be gone. You
you
we
know
couldn't even
what
hold
I
them.
was told? You know what I was told? Somebody told me Ivan would go to Japan with blank VHSs
Yes,
and sell them.
he fucked. Ivan sold. He fucked it all up for everybody. For that, I even got at him and scolded him. I said, "What are you doing, dog?" I'm like, "People are paying $50 and you're putting nothing on there." You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, come on, Ivan, don't do that. Feel me? You're ruining our.
Right.
He goes, doesn't matter. We're still gonna buy them. Trust me.
Yo,
One night,
I heard about that story.
one night, I walk into my house, right? And that dude with the blanket, and I was selling weed, right? So I went to the fuck. I used to keep pounds of weed inside the refrigerator, right? Couldn't keep it cold and shit, right? So I didn't know who that was, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Right? So I go into check the refrigerator and check the freezer and check the drawer, and my weed's still in there. Bam! And I go to the room and I go, hey Ivan, who's sleeping in the living room, bro? He goes, he's a breaker. He's dope. And I go, do I know him? And he goes, met him at the bus stop. you know, he goes like this. He's from Dallas. He's from Dallas. He's dope. I met him at the bus stop. And I'm like this. So why'd you bring him over here? He goes, because I'm gonna smoke him in the morning. He was collecting victims, and he would take them downstairs in the laundry room where there was like a big floor and shit, and he would go break against them in the morning. I'm like, so you're bringing your victims home like a spider to a web, or what? What the hell are you doing? He goes, he's dope. He goes like this. He'll be asleep. He goes, he's dope. But I'll smoke him.
Yeah.
Hey, when me and Ivan lived in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
And when we lived in Vegas, the floor, our furniture consisted, like, everything was moved out of the way, and like it was like Ivan had a bed, and it was like there was no wall. It just had like a curtain, right? And what was on the floor was linoleum over carpet, a big piece of linoleum. You feel me? And the practicing was nonstop, right? And it was just a couch against the wall, and it was all space, and it was linoleum. So everybody that practiced in Vegas, they would come over there. But I would wake up to Ivan laying on the linoleum. He went to bed, but he would be laying. I would hear, I'm like, I wake up, like, what the fuck? I turn to the side, and this fool's sleeping on the fucking linoleum. And I'd wake him up, and he'd pop up and do a move like, I'm like, what are you doing, dog? I'm like, what are you doing, dog? Go to bed. You know what I'm saying? And he was like this, oh, yeah. And like not even a couple hours later, I'd wake up to him busting moves in his sleep, like sleepwalking. You feel me? And he'd be asleep. He'd wake up on the tile, and I'd wake up when I got to go to a piss or something. He's back on the tile. Hey, you know how like when a dog sleeps, when a dog sleeps and they start going like because they're barking or running in their dream.
Yeah.
He's breaking in his dreams. You know what I'm saying? He's breaking in his dreams, and you know how like in your dream, like if you do something in your dream and you move your hand, that's what he was doing. Like I swear to you, that's what he was doing. He'd be dead asleep and he'd jump up and pop up and do this difficult ass move and hold it, and boom, fall back to sleep. That's why he was so good, dog. Because nobody could. He eat, drink, sleep, shit, fart, fucking breaking.
I know I will go pick him up, and I'm gonna bring him back to my house. And I'm thinking that, you know what, I'm gonna get up like around 7 or 8 in the morning, and I wake up, and Ivan's in the front room practicing halos like at 7 in the morning, and I'm thinking like, yo,
same shit. Same shit. He ain't changed. It's the same shit. Only this time he had an apartment with a big ass tile. You know what I'm saying? Same shit. He ain't changed.
That's crazy though. Mr.Re, who do you like today in the popping scene, though? Is there anybody that you like today?
I haven't like as far as I just did an interview for this thing called Talk. No, yeah, Tut Talk, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
apparently there's a whole world of tutters because of me. That
Mm-hmm.
you know, I've been out of the scene doing concerts with my boy Fiji, doing sold out concerts, still popping on stage, like you see in the Instagram, you know, in one of the videos in there, still popping on stage and representing popping, but not in the actual popping scene. You know what I mean? I've been selling, we've been doing records, you know what I mean? And traveling the world and planting seeds in places where there is no popping. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there is now though, because, you know, God's seeds don't fall short. But so I haven't really been in the scene in a while, but I've
Okay.
been looking in this. And so when I did that TED Talk interview, like maybe like a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
there was this kid that I saw that because to me, you know, a well-rounded popper is a popper who can animate. He can animate, tick, you know, like he can light tick. He can fucking and he's hitting with every little part of his body. You know what I mean? Like not just his shoulders or his arm, but his neck too. You know what I mean? Like cracking it. Control. You know what I mean? Down to the face. You know, down every little fucking. You know what I mean? Every little mind frame. And you know, he got waves, he got tuts. You feel me? He got, you know what I mean? That's a well-rounded popper. Nowadays, it's separated. Nowadays, it's like it's separated. It's like it went backwards because back then, you know, a breaking crew consisted of one. You know, he specializes in head spinning. He got the windmills. He got the hand spin. He got now. If you don't do any, those are just standard in one breaker. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do all of those. You know what I'm saying? And then some. You can't even be considered a b-boy. You know what I'm saying? So like so the popping for some reason now it's separated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like now, I guess they're called. Now they got dudes that they're called tutters, but they're not. They don't want to be poppers. But to me, it's like, yeah, but your tutting doesn't look that good if you're just going through the motions unless you're snapping and hitting it. You know what I mean? It doesn't have no period on the end. That's what I tried to explain to them. Like, well, you guys are separating something that had nothing to do with you. You didn't put it here. You didn't create it. So do it the way it was created.
Ooh.
You feel me?
Right.
Do it the way, respect it. Like it's like me singing the Dock of the Bay, sitting on the, and I'm singing it. But if I don't do it just as good as he did it, I ain't doing him justice. You know, I might not get the reaction. You know, you got to do the respect factor of respecting. Like I make reggae music, but I rap reggae like if I'm from Jamaica. Me got no relation with fabrication. This fact not fiction. Me spit from wisdom. Me lick up and bang when the Babylon comes. See, because I'm that way with the Jamaicans. They hear it and they're like, well, who is that? He got the voice. He sounds just like he's spitting the patois, but you know what I'm saying? So and well, I'm not what I look like, but it don't matter. I'm still doing it correctly. I'm paying homage to the root and the way it was done with the respect factor. Like, don't come into popping and try to make something. I mean, be an innovator, but don't. You know what I'm saying? We didn't create that shit. It was given to us by God for poor kids. The idle hand is the devil's workshop. You ain't got shit to do. You're bound to get in trouble. Well, you can't be a popper, locker, breaker, DJ, graffiti, or rapper, and the devil gets you. It's not going to happen. It'll occupy your whole being. And through the art of competition, it'll take you over. And that's you'll eat, drink, think, sleep, shit, fart. Otherwise, you're not going to be that good. Or no. You know what I'm saying? Nobody will know your name unless you got that unacceptable. I mean, that exceptional fucking. You know what I mean? Like, oh, who was that? And when you're dope, I can see you breaking from down the street. And if I know you and I've watched you, I can be like, oh, I already know. And if I get there and it ain't him, I'll be like, if I get there and it ain't him, I'll be like, oh, he's biting. That ain't you. That's my boy's move. Yeah, you're doing Ariston's move. He's the first person. You feel me? Like Ariston, like Ivan Ariston. You know what I mean? They kind of shaped and molded breaking from the '95. You know, Ariston was the first one to do that. You know, to be doing footwork, but he's like taking his knees and whipping around on his hip, and you know what I mean? He was the first person to ever do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's his shit.
Yeah, everybody does it now.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Ivan doing, you know, the flipping and the acrobatic. That wasn't in breaking. Now everybody's doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And Ariston came up to me one day and he said, Riri, I saw you do this move where you go back down to your elbow and you hit it. he goes, you don't mind if I bite it, right? And I go, nah, it's not biting if you're asking. You feel me? Now, hey,
Right.
so I got a sandwich right there, right? And you bit my shit without asking me? I'm gonna look at you weird. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can I get a bite? Hell yeah, that's you.
I seen them use it. I seen them use it in a couple of battles though, and like I forgot. I was like, but then I remember you did it on Brian in San Jose.
Right. That was my move. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what. Yeah, that's your move. Okay.
But he asked me. He
Woo.
goes, man. I thought I was an honor. I'm like, oh, you're a creative kid. You're asking me for something like creativity wise. You must have liked it that much. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, hell yeah, you can have that shit. Take it. Do whatever what you want. It's just another angle. If you fuck with it long enough, you're gonna figure out you can only go so many ways. You can only turn so many ways. You can only come up with so much.
I seen him do a back handspring from it. You know, like when you do a back handspring, but he did it with the touch.
Yeah.
A back handspring. I thought that was dope.
Yeah. He definitely took it to his level in breaking and he worked with it and made it something. You know, he created a one-liner with it. It was the period on the end of a sentence. You know what I mean? That ending move that made you all scream like, that was. And that's basically the bottom line. You know what I mean? How good you are to the rhythm, how good you are to the beat. You feel me? If you battle the person in front of you, you're gonna get lost and start repeating yourself. But if you battle the beat, you know what I'm saying? You might be into it so much, or you just closing your eyes and how well you do to the beat. Just that person just gets taken out in the process. But you gotta be spiritually inclined to follow that beat without thought process. You feel me? You gotta be. You feel me? You gotta be. You know, where there's no thinking involved, and it's just and a contemplator can never catch an anticipator because you're thinking about what he already did on the beat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So.
Man, Mr.Re, you didn't drop so many gems though, bro. Like it's like he's like Indiana Jones. Like you went to the Temple of Doom and like put the pieces together. Especially with Ivan though, bro.
Yeah, well, you know what?
I got so many stories.
Hey, let me check this out before you get into that story. Like, imagine being next to Ivan, and Ivan just did all these flips and these fucking, some incredible shit and made them all scream. I had to. That pressure is what made me the diamond that I am because now I had to find myself and figure out a way to make them scream. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, because this dude just did some fucking incredible acrobatical, you know what I mean, like defying the laws of gravity shit. And he just sucked all the juices out of them. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? Like he just fed them. They're like they almost feel like yawning and going home and going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like so I had to rejuvenate them. And the answer was for me to take my time and go slower. And he did the opposite. I made my shit captivating because it was less is more. You know what I mean? It was relaxed fluidity. Instead of trying to get over there and try to keep up with Ivan and you start looking like a damn idiot. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? I had to find myself because to shine next to Ivan just as bright. You know what I mean? I experienced that the first time. I'm like, damn, what am I gonna do? They ain't even screaming for me. My regular shit don't work here. You know what I'm saying? So I had to think quick. So by the time we did our second show, it was over. I'm a master number. I'm a number 11 in numerology. I master whatever the fuck I like. Yeah. And then I end up doing it like ain't nobody done it before and take it to the next level. So but I actually have a king tut like that hops across the floor. And I start off like Bugs Bunny doing it like that. Boom, 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 and I'm hopping across the floor with a different pose on my leg.
Oh,
and you could tell it's off the you could tell it's off the cartoon because I'm doing the ears, you know what I mean, and the whole nine.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, oh, that's like the Bugs Bunny cartoon. You feel me? Like, which was ill because he had his shit bent. He had his shit bent like right here in the middle. Like, I was like, what the fuck? He was killing them tuts, but it also gave me the idea for this. You know what I mean? So
okay.
See what I'm saying? I'm basically, I was the first person to come from here to here to here to here to here.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And bring it back. So just to find the control, you know what I mean? To tell yourself, just to find out. I was the first person to ever do that, or first person to be like, just to be like, tap, tap, or to be like, I was the first person to come from here and go here, sideways.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And the first person to go. Well, the first time I did that was against Robot Ronnie and all that.
Okay.
And it was a freestyle. You know what I mean? It was a freestyle. It was I'm a pressure cooker. So was Ivan. Like, we don't get to whistle until the flame gets turned up. You have to be actually really, really good for me to do really, really good to get me that level to where, oh my God, I blacked out, and then I'm like, and I come back and everybody's screaming. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? You know what I'm saying? Where it takes you over and you just go into a heavenly state and there is no fucking up. Your fuck ups are your luck ups. Your luck ups are your fuck up. You know what I'm saying? There's no routine involved. You're just going with the flow there where it looked like you're gonna fall and it turned into something else. And you're you know what I'm saying? You know, that's some shit that the breakers go through too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know that shit just, and you go from you trying to put it there to it putting you there.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where it takes you over now, and then you get to a point where you just got to master getting out of the way, tapping in and letting it use you, because you'll go through the motions and you'll get in the circle under pressure and you'll do, you know what I'm saying, you'll do what you usually do to get you warmed up, but then there comes a time in the moment where the pressure comes up, you feel me, and motherfuckers are screaming and your ass already did, you already did your, you know, your freestyle written tricks or kicks, and now it's time to come with that, and you
Yo,
can find
Mr.
yourself assed out, booty bleeding,
Right.
or continue to start proceeding and whatever comes. And then now that you're in this position, you'll find right there and then whether or not you were born for that shit. Anybody can practice
Yo,
the motions. You know?
Right. I was gonna tell you, Sean wrote something. He said, "Reed, do you remember the jam that I beat Ivan? And I told you I lost that one and forgot the." He said he forgot the jam's name. That's what Iron Monkey's saying to you.
He said that he beat Ivan. I didn't see that, John.
He said, "Do you remember the jam? Do you remember the jam I beat Ivan? And I told you that I lost that one." He said, "Do you remember that?"
I remember something like that, but I don't remember. What was that, the one where they was it at Homeland?
I think it had to be Homeland.
Yeah, they went
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah, it had to be Homeland.
Yeah, he did lose that one though. Hey, I tell Iron Monkey, that's all we do is clown on each other. We would just put each other down like that. Yeah, you're not that good. Yeah, you all right, can't fuck with me though. I mean, no. Tell him I said what's up. Tell him to call me. I ain't seen it.
Yeah, he's on here right now.
I
He's watching it live.
Yeah, I watched that kid grow, man, from a little buff motherfucker to a big buff motherfucker.
Yeah,
he was
him and Caveman was like this.
Yeah, I watched that kid grow. I got him his first job with Curtis Blow on tour. Went to his house, talked to his mama. You know what I mean? Because she didn't want to let him go. Like, I'm gonna need some kind of field trip slip. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need some shit. That's what I would be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only person that was doing that was Papa Kraus.
Yeah.
Papa Kraus used to put up a lot of b-boys in his house.
Oh, I know, though, bro. I went to his house.
That's why I started calling him Papa Kraus. I made up that name, Papa Kraus. Huh?
Yeah, people in the garage. I mean, he had people everywhere at his house.
I used to trip off that shit. I'd be like, man, all these kids, you don't even break. Do you break? I was like, you break? And he's like, not as good as these dudes. You know what I'm saying? But he just loved b-boys. You feel me? So we did this commercial together, the Puma commercial. Have you seen that?
No.
Look up breakdancing Puma commercial when you get a chance. Right?
Okay.
And you'll see me, Cross, Charlie Rock, Vietnam, who else was in there? And I basically took over the commercial. I started freestyling during the lunch about what the lunch, you know, I go, this is like the school lunch you get on a tray. You know, I started going at it, and the AD, the administrator, came over and she goes, you're fucking amazing. So can you do that? Can you do that during the commercial? And I go, I'll do you one better. I'll pop while I rap. I'll do what you hired me for and then rap at the same time. She was like, the fuck out of here. She goes, this commercial just became yours. You guys just stand around him and look hard, and you'll see Charlie Rock and fucking Cross One and Vietnam while I'm doing the commercial. While I'm doing the commercial, just look it up. You'll peep it. It's like 20 years old.
Okay.
That's
Dang,
before,
Mr. You
that's
got
before
stories
Cross.
today.
That's before Cross even did a freestyle session. That's when he was Papa Cross. I mean, I named him Papa Cross. I'm like, man, I go, you're taking care of all these people. You're like their daddy and shit. I go, as a matter of fact, that's your name, Papa Cross. Papa Cross. So I started calling him
Yeah, he had
Papa
help
Cross.
at his house.
Yeah, and his parents have supported it. They supported whatever he wanted.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
but you know,
That's crazy.
yeah,
Man.
yeah, but egotistical processes, huh?
Yeah. Man, we could go on forever though, bro. I just I got somebody else that want to jump on after you, but I just want to say thank you for sharing all these stories though, man. I appreciate it. A lot of stuff that you told me about, like especially with the Universal B-Boy, I was always kind of curious about that, you know, because I remember seeing Ivan having a T-shirt and it said Universal B-Boy, and I was kind of a little bit like tripping on that because I know he was connected with Style Elements at the same time though too.
Yeah, well, they created that group. We weren't Universal B-Boys then. We weren't Universal B-Boys then.
Yeah.
Style Elements created before Universal. I was in Air Force. I just became an Air Force member. You know what I mean? But we were traveling. Little Caesar had connections that was flying us around the world. You know what I'm saying? And then we started blowing up as a crew. And then we did the movie Rhyme and Reason with Biggie and Tupac and every rapper on the game on Miramax Films. And then I was like, dude, we're blowing up. We're blowing up as a B-boy crew. You need to just come in with us. So Ivan was getting, and Ivan just got out of Vegas, you know, getting out of a contract in New York. New York just opened up, and him and Wiggles were in that. And Ivan was like, I was like, man, don't sign with New York. Just start traveling the world with us. and me and Ivan were living together because we were working on music together.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? On a B-boy record. And we had some heaters. Like we had heaters. And then Ivan disappeared on me. So everything went down the drain.
I know why he disappeared though too though. I know exactly why.
Yeah, he tried to do the Machiavelli. You know what I'm saying? He was always doing that shit to make himself famous. So people could start talking about it. Because he wasn't sure of himself. Ivan was a little Ivan was a little special kid, dog. Like that little kid, I used to hug him whenever he like get emotional. I would hug him and he'd squeeze me and he'd go, and he'd square, and then he'd start socking him, but I could take it. I'm like, it's okay, hey, come on now. Come on now. Come here. You know what I'm saying? Like cracking me. I'm like, Ivan, come here. And then all of a sudden he'd go from being mad to like squeezing me. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I felt like his big brother, like, you know what I mean? Like nobody understood that kid. He was like a special kid. You know what I mean? I was like, but I remember one time me and him got in a fight, and he socked me right in front of Hutch from 187 from Above the Law. And me and Hutch were talking, but me and Ivan went at it because we were doing the verses. And Ivan been doing the same fucking verse for like a month now. Come on, nigga, get it right. Right, and this is the original. I'm like, this is in the original NWA studio where NWA was created. All the platinums all over the wall, and Above the Law was doing their last record there on Tommy Boy, right? So I go to the front. We're taking a break, and I'm talking to, and we went at it in the other room on the other side, but nobody knew. I just wrestled with him and shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm way bigger than him, but I haven't got strength. You know what I mean? So like I took him to the ground and shit. He goes like, oh shit, got real. Like, oh shit, like he's got a hold of me. And then next thing I know, I'm talking to Hutch, and he comes up from behind me, boom, socked me in the eye. And I just kept on talking. Look, and Hutch was like, oh, and I was like, man, don't trip, man. Go on, little brother, get out of here, like that. I just took it like whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a reason why there's a weight class in boxing. I'm a big boy. You know what I mean? Like you, I hit you, you're gonna go to the hospital. You hit me, I'm just gonna laugh at you. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason. So. He got me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't knock me out or make my head ring. You know what I'm saying? It made it red around here. But, you know, for him, his little ass, he had to sneak it up on me because he wasn't trying to go at me one-on-one. And he started to get on my nerves. He's like, Risha. And then he ran to the studio. After he socked me, I turned around and went like this. And he started around. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Ivan. And he runs like, Ree's going to get me. he went and tried to, he's like, Reese getting me. And he tried to run through the site to go tell Donovan. They're like, Reese going to get me. Like, and then Donovan comes out and he goes, man, stop wasting my time, man. What are you guys doing? I'm like, he's my little brother. You just leave him alone. You're a little frustrated. We just got frustrated. It's no big deal. We'll work it out. All right. And then all of a sudden I came back to the apartment one day and all of it was gone. All the furniture, all his shit was gone. I was like, what the fuck? Where'd he go? He had, nobody had any contact with him. I had to look for people because we had so many jobs and so much shit on the line. You know what I'm saying? That we had done halfway through, and it was good, and people were ready. There was people waiting for it, and he just threw it all away.
Also, he took the furniture and everything too?
Well, I mean, half of it was his.
Oh, okay.
But I came back to the living room was gone. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I came back to the apartment and it was gone. Everything was gone. I was like, what the fuck? Ivan, like, where are you? He wouldn't take my calls. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. And the only way I got a hold of him was through Chuco. He was communicating with Chuco. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, how you gonna go from being my brother and me sharing all my opportunities with you, and then all of a sudden you just disappear and leave me in the dust like that? I'm like, you got issues, boy. Yeah. That's all. I just charged it to the game. I just charged it to the game and kept moving.
Right.
On to the next. You know what I'm saying? On to the next. I still got love for him. That's my little brother. Every time he see me, he hug me. Nothing could ever change the growing pains that we went through, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm universal B-boy for life.
Right. Thank you, Mr.Re. I appreciate it, though, brother. I'm gonna definitely get back with you. Are you going to the B-Boy Summit tomorrow?
It's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Where?
It's gonna be Sunday. They're gonna have a stage battle. It's gonna be free at Grand Park, and that's gonna be on Sunday. And then tomorrow, I'll shoot you the flyer. It's gonna be off of Santa Monica Boulevard at some studio. It's a one-on-one popping contest though too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give him no contest though. That's not even fair.
No, I mean you can go there to watch if you want to watch though, but they are charging. I think it's 15 to get in.
They're not gonna charge me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up and Asia always takes, like, as soon as I walk up, she's like, oh no, don't charge me. They just give me the respect factor. That's, you know, that's good for all my people. You know what I mean? We were there from the beginning. I was there when she first thought of it, when her and fucking Easy Rock thought of the B-Boy Summit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
I'm going on Sunday. I'm gonna be at Grand Park on Sunday. So if you wanna come check it out from 12 to 9 on Sunday, that's a free event.
Okay. I'm gonna come check that out.
You know where Grand Park is at? Downtown LA? Downtown
LA? Grand Park? Nah.
I'll send you the information when we get off the live.
Yeah, man. I'm doing this music, man. So, you know, okay. That's what I do. So, like, I get lost in it, you know, because I'm doing every aspect of the game. I'm doing from the recording to the fucking cleaning it up, to the lining it up, to the mixing it, to the mastering it, so it's very time consuming and very, you know, articulate. And it takes a lot. It takes my attention. I look up and shit, it's 9 o'clock at night, but I started at 9 in the morning. I ain't even changed yet. I ain't took no shower, nothing. I'm time traveling with it. You know what I'm saying? So I would appreciate it if you would actually keep me informed. Hey, that's dope that you told me that, because I wouldn't miss it for the world. That's the kind of shit I love going to the freestyle session. Big ups to you know what I'm saying, to Asian One, and you know what I mean, who's definitely a pioneer as a woman. You know what I mean, to keep that shit alive. You know what I mean, like that. You know, that's great. You know, she's one of the mothers, one of the mothers of hip hop for that. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Definitely. If I don't hit you back tonight, I'm gonna hit you tomorrow, and I'll get you the information for Grand Park on Sunday.
It's Sunday. Okay, cool.
Sunday,
Right.
Free event, free.
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna go over there and get my pop on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely. I got
all right.
I'm like, don't trip. This time I'll do it halfway through the shit while people are still there. You know what I'm saying?
I want to record it though too. I want to see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. All right, brother.
All right, brother. Thank you for your time and have a good rest of the night.
All right, bro. You too. Right. Universal B-Boys for life.